All right, my YouTube friends, here's my latest creation. 1/8 scale, 32 Ford Roadster. Now this body is from a 1/8 scale monogram kit. So all I used from that kit was the body, front grille, and a few of accessories. But the whole car is built on a axial SCX steel frame rails with all metal axles, aluminum axles up front. And you'll see I've got tons of detail to go through with you. Fuel tank has aluminum fuel line going from that back to the motor. All aluminum front axle. I think I did a really good job camouflaging the front servo. It's behind the California license plate. And the eyelids on the headlights are aluminum that I made. Inserts inside the radiator are aluminum also. And this is a all aluminum V8 motor. The front pulleys are also aluminum. And now the RC electric brushless motor is actually inside this block, and it's attached to a 1-speed RC 4-wheel drive transmission, which looks like the real thing. Like I said, lots of detail. The firewall is aluminum, and I used my Dremel with my little metal wire brush. I made it look like brushed aluminum, which you'll see more of that into the interior. Headers are made from heavy gauge copper wire, and it was a real chore to get them both to match. These body braces from the radiator to the body, those are also copper. Now in this 32 Ford body, I opened up the front vent, which normally is closed, but I opened that up. I chopped the front windshield down to give it the chopped look. Also chopped down the back of the convertible roof to give it the chopped look. And like I said, lots of details. And I've got this displayed on a mirror so it'll give you an idea of what the underneath looks like. Now the wheels I've made, they're a 2.2 rim. The inserts in the centers are 3D printed. So I had to cut open a normal stock wheel and insert the centers to give it that old vintage look. That's what I was looking for. And they turned out beautiful. And if you look real close, you'll even see I've got metal studs sticking out of the wheel to make it look like a real, I can really throw some lug nuts on there and bolt it on. They turned out really good. Rear bumper is all heavy gauge copper tubing, or actually solid wire. Trunk opens, of course, and this is where all the electronics are kept. Battery, sound system, all the electronics to turn this baby on. Now to give you a better view of the interior, which is heavily detailed, I'll take the roof off, which just comes right off. But a lot more detail in here. Doors open, of course. Now I've covered most of all the interior with aluminum panels also. And And again, I used my wire brush and my Dremel to give it the spun aluminum look. The seats are 3D printed. They're called bomber seats. Thought they gave it a really good hot rod look. The old fabric I had stocked away. Just thought I'd cover the cushions just to give it that old vintage look. And I've got myself a Coke can, or a Coke, and its Coke holder. Dash is also aluminum. Now you notice the grab bar, steering wheel, and the heavy gauge copper roll bar are all covered with twine. Just another thing to give it that old vintage hot rod look. And I know on a lot of hot rods back in the day, a lot of times the guys just would attach a rope to the door just so they can pull it shut once they're in. So I put that on each door too. And let's get around and give you a shot of the other side. Reverse shifter. The panel behind the seats is also aluminum. So I used a lot of aluminum on this baby. Again, this is ran by a brushless motor. I've got a 3S LiPo battery. Everything's in the trunk. Comes with a Tactic radio. I'll show you how all those goodies look and work here in a moment. Now we'll fire up the electronics for you. Of course, all working headlights, tail lights. Now here's another feature that I've done. You see I've got all the aluminum pulleys. Well, now we're going to fire this baby up. Well, I hope you guys like that. Turned out pretty good, I believe. I'm real happy with it. It's definitely by far my my best build so far as detail and uniqueness. Appreciate everyone looking at it. Until my next one.